Hi everybody, welcome back to your part 2 section of video T107. Today's video is the phase 1 treatment protocol at the 10-day mark and its progression in action. And we're going to talk about what you should be experiencing at 10-day. I presume you're honest with yourself and you followed everything I told you to do. At the 10-day mark, you should have had many of your symptoms slow down, subside. I'm not saying be gone, but you shouldn't have the distension, the bloating, gas, cramping anymore, and particularly frequency reduced. This is what you have to understand. We are facilitating the reduction of SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. When you have a bloom of bacteria that's abnormal, as they break down sugars, they ferment it. And that is gas. That is what's causing your cramping, bloating, distension, diarrhea, and it's all from that. And again, just remember all the previous videos about brewing beer, baking bread, rising, what makes all that happen. Either yeast, and it can be bacteria, give off a gas as they ferment these sugars. During this diet phase, you are not eating onions, garlic, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, broccoli. Think about what those foods are. Apples, watermelon. These are all things that make you produce gas, bloating, cramping, particularly if you have irritable bowel syndrome. Because you had damage to your brush border, you can't produce the enzymes that break these sugars down. So you must, for these 6 weeks, adhere to this diet. You are facilitating your body's ability to start rebuilding that brush border. Your soreness should be going away because those goblet cells are producing mucus again that lubricate the lining of your small intestine. In all likelihood, I can honestly tell you, you're not at the phase where you can produce those enzymes you're currently missing. Those cells take a long time to regenerate. We are now concerned with removing the insults or the bad guys, and that means we want to reduce the bacteria so they don't cause more damage, and your homeostasis, or the population of the bacteria in your small intestine, those 10 trillion to 100 trillion guys, start to get back into normal ratio. Remember, our body has the ability to function normally, make adjustments, and take care of itself, unless it sustains unusual damage. In the case of your irritable bowel syndrome, you've been abusing your body for years because you kept eating those foods without giving your body a chance to heal. This is what this treatment protocol is all about. That's why I want you to log and be conscious of everything that's going on in your life. You could say it stinks that we have to do this, but do you have a better option? I'm telling you it works, because at the end of these 6 weeks, we're going to review it, and then we're going to do phase 2, where you are doing reintroduction of foods. This, in essence, is going to help figure out what enzymes you're deficient in. It's very complex, but it works. I'm telling you, it does. And I don't have a restrictive diet today. After 3 years, I'm able to produce my enzymes again. But you don't think for a second you're going to be starving for 3 years. I started eating those foods again, but I learned how to compensate for every food I ate. If I went out with my wife for Mexican food and there was guacamole, I ate it in small quantities but I took the alpha-galactosidase with the first bite of food, during the meal, and at the end of the meal. I made sure I had complete coverage. If you don't think this works or you don't understand it, talk to someone who has lactose intolerance. And if they go out and they eat foods that have butter, or they eat foods that might have a little cheese or grated Parmesan on a salad, if they take those lactate pills or lactase enzymes with the meal, and they take enough, they won't have the problem of diarrhea, sharp pain, gas, flatulence from that milk or dairy product or cheese fermenting in the last section of the small intestine because they don't produce the lactase anymore. You're doing the same thing, but just remember, you have 26 different enzymes that you produce, so you don't know which ones. We're doing what's called a prophylactic treatment, a preventative treatment. You're making sure that you do not consume these products for 6 weeks. And remember, we talked in the other video about ghost ingredients. This is going to be your protection. Whether you're eating the foods or not, I want you to take those enzymes for 6 weeks. Protection. Not everybody eats at home all the time. You want to make sure you're covered if there are ghost ingredients. So I will tell you, I take with me in a restaurant my pills. God forbid, if I ate out in a restaurant, I would have these pills with me, and I'll take them. Now, of course, I don't do that anymore because now I'm producing my enzymes. But remember, I am telling you, you got to be aware that you're not hyperacidic. You got to be aware that you're not lactose intolerant. Follow this. It works. I will get people, if you want, to sit in front of this camera and tell you who their physician was, who was going to do a bowel resection on them, and no longer had to have it done because they followed this treatment protocol, and all of a sudden they have no more inflammatory bowel disease. Their system healed. Their brush border rebuilt. It took time, but it was certainly better than going under the knife and having surgery. It works. Follow it. It's all there laid out for you. And if you want to really grasp it and understand it, read the book because it clearly tells you about diets. One last thing. Really stay up on your subscription here because what is coming down the pike are 2 new features. We're going to have recipes to help you to make your meals interesting, delicious, and a lot of variety. That will be friendly foods for inflammatory bowel disease and irritable bowel syndrome. And we're also going to have a portal where you can chat with me and ask questions. I will help you get over it. If it's too complex for you, I will spend the time and help you. So please stay tuned, follow the progression. If you've been following, you're at the 10-day mark, so stick it out. You got 4 more weeks and 4 days, do it. And then in T108, we're going to talk about phase 2, the reintroduction of foods. This is basically, you've been following an elimination diet. So take care and feel better because I'll guarantee you, you will. And you have that winning lotto ticket right here. Cash it in. Thank you. Bye.